Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to explain one code that is counting the number of nodes in a tree. So I am going to show how the recursion will work for this problem. Okay, so this is the code that public static int count of nodes. We are passing one node root, and then this is a base class where we are checking if root is null, then we are returning 0, and then we are going to get the counts for the left nodes. We are going to get the counts for right nodes, and then in the end we are going to return left nodes plus right nodes plus 1. So this is how I have written the code for this. So now I am going to explain how this code will work for this example. Okay, so first we have passed the node root as 1. Okay, so we have passed the count of nodes and pass the node root as 1. Okay, so node root we have passed as 1. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, this is the first step, and after that when we pass here, you can see the count of nodes node root. So here I pass 1. Okay, I given 1, and after that I am going to check if root is null. So no, root we pass 1 is not equal to null, so this condition will not be executed. So we move to this condition, int left nodes is equal to count of nodes root dot left. So we move here like int left nodes is equal to count of nodes root dot left. So 1 left is 2, so we move to this condition, count of nodes 2, that is the left of 1. So I write it like this, left of 1. Okay, this is the second line. Now when I again pass this function a count of nodes as 2, so again my root becomes 2 here. So okay, so I am going to check if count of nodes of 2. I am going to check this, so I will also write it this line, count of nodes 2. I am going to check this now, count of nodes 2. Okay, so now 2 we are going to check if root is null. So no, root is not null, so we are not going to execute this. Again we have reached this line, int left nodes is equal to count of nodes root dot left. So again we are moving to the left of this root node. Okay, so let me write it like this, left nodes is equal to count of nodes 2's left, you can see here 2's left is 4. Okay, so 4, that is left of root 2. Okay, this is root only, left of root 2. Okay, I will write root here as well. Okay, so now when I pass count of nodes 4 here, so again now our root becomes 4. Okay, so fifth step is count. We are going to execute this, count of nodes 4. Okay, now again when I pass this 4 value here, so again I am going to check if 4 is equal to null. So no, so we are not going to execute this base class. Again I reach this line, int left nodes is equal to count of nodes root dot left. Okay, so let me write it like this, left nodes is equal to count of nodes. Now you can see what is in the left of 4. So there is nothing in the left of 4, so I will write null here. Okay, and this is left of 4. Okay, so when here I pass null, okay, here count of nodes null, I pass null here. So when I execute this statement, this sixth statement, that is count of nodes as null, so when I pass null, so this base condition will be executed if root is equal to null, just true. So I am going to return 0 here, return 0 here. Okay, so this is the first thing, I have returned 0. So now I get the result of this thing. Okay, I get the result like count of nodes null is 0. So left node, which is count of nodes null, is 4. So I get the result for this left node. Okay, I get the result here. Left node is our 0. I get the result. Okay, now we get the result of int left node is 0. Now we are going to run this line. Int right node is equal to count of nodes root dot right. Okay, we get the result of this already. Okay, so now right nodes is equal to count of nodes root. So our root is 4 and there is nothing in the right of this root. Okay, so I am going to write null. So, and here I am writing right of 4. Okay, now same way we are going to check. We are going to again run count of nodes and I pass here null in the stack. Okay, and now I get 0 output. If root is equal to null, then I get 0 only, right? So I get this value return 0. Okay, so when I get return 0 here, so I get the value of right nodes, because right nodes is equal to count of nodes null and count of nodes null is returning 0. So I get the value here as well. Okay, which is 0. Okay, this is 0, right? Okay, now we have completed this step as well. Okay, now after that, ninth step is we are returning left nodes plus right nodes plus 1. We are returning this value. 0 plus 0 is left nodes, right nodes is also 0 and 1. So we are returning this one. Okay, and where we are returning this one? We are returning this one. This is the one. Okay, so we are returning this one to here. That is count of nodes of 4. So counts of node 4, this line, as you can see, left node is equal to count of nodes 4. So we get the count. What count we get here? 1. Okay, so I passed this 1 here. So here this is null, this is null. From here I get 0. From here I get 0. And fourth value becomes 0 plus 0 plus 1, that is 1, and this 1 value is the value of left node of root 2. Okay, so this 1 is the value of left node of root 2. Okay, now I get the value of the left node of root 2. Okay, so here now in our code, okay, so I get the value. Now I go back one statement back. Okay, so I was here, return reactor nodes, I return this statement. Now okay, so in the last time when I go back here, as you can see, this step, we go back to this step, we get the value of left nodes of root 2. Okay, so before that we were in root 2. When I get this value left node's value, so I was checking left of root 2. What I was checking? I was checking left of root 2. That means I was checking this thing. Okay, when I get this value, here you can see left nodes is equal to count of nodes 4, and 4 it means left of root 2, left of root 2. Okay, so I was checking this condition, left of root 2. Okay, so now after that statement, when we return back, we are going to execute this statement. Okay, I hope you guys are able to understand it. I will explain it one more time. Here, let's see. Here I get the value 1 of 4, and 4, this value is passed to the left node of root 2. Okay, so left node of root 2, I have passed this value. Okay, so here you can see left of nodes is count of nodes 4. What does this 4 mean? 4 means left of root 2. Okay, so this line means root dot left, this line means 2 dot left, 2 dot left is 4. So now from this line we move to this line after returning. So now we are going to execute this line, int right nodes is equal to count of nodes root dot right. Okay, so now I am going to execute this line, right nodes is equal to count of nodes. Now root is 2 and 2's right is 5. Okay, so here I write 5, which is right of 2. Okay, now after that here I pass count of nodes as 5. So now I am going to pass count of nodes is equal to 5 here. Count of nodes as 5 here. Okay, now again I am going to check if 5 is equal to null. So no, this case condition is false. Then I move to step number 12, and 12 number step is checking left node now, int left node. So left nodes of is equal to count of nodes. So what is in 5 dot left? Nothing. There is nothing in the 5 dot left, null only. Okay, that is left of 5. I executed this step, left of 5. So now step number 13, I get count of nodes as null. Okay, when I pass this null, I am going to get one result, that is return if root is equal to null. I am passing null here now, so I am going to return 0. Okay, so I have returned 0 here. Okay, so when I return 0 here, then I have completed this step, int left node. I complete this step, I get 0. Now I am going to execute this line, int right nodes. Okay, so now line number 14 is right node is equal to count of nodes root dot right. That means 5 dot right. 5 dot right is nothing, null. Okay, so here that is right of root 5. Okay, right of root 5. Okay, again when I pass null, so you know the result. When I am going to pass null here, count of nodes null, then I will get 0 output. Okay, so now I get the value of right nodes as well, and I got the value of left nodes as well. Okay, so now here I get the value, this 0 is this value, that is right node value, and this 0 is the value of left nodes. I get this value. So now after that I am going to execute this statement, return left node plus right node plus 1. Okay, so when I execute this statement, that is return left node 0 right node 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so I get this 1. So now this 1 is moved to here, count of nodes 5. That is count of nodes 5. What is count of nodes 5? Count of nodes 5 is right nodes. Okay, whose right nodes? It's the right nodes of 2. Okay, so here when I pass null, so left node result is 0. When right node is also null, so it will also push 0 here. So now 5 value is 0 plus 1, total 1, and this 1 is the result of right nodes of root 2. Okay, so that means that, okay, right nodes of 2. Okay, so till here now I have completed this step, return left node plus right node plus 1 1. Okay, so last time, as you can remember here, okay, let me explain it like this. Okay, so here last time, as I have given you the value of 2's left node, now we have given the value of 1's right side. So now we are going to move back from here from 2 to 1. Okay, from 2 to 1 we are going to get back, but before that we need to get this value, 2's value. So how we are going to get the value of 2? So last time you can see here. Okay, let me explain it through here. Now we get the value of right nodes. Okay, so now again when we return this, we go back where? We go back to this line, count of nodes of 2. Okay, we go back to this line, count of nodes of 2. Okay, so now that is this line. Okay, so now again we are going to execute this return statement one more time. We are going to execute this statement one more time because we started from here. When we entered this, we executed. When we started to count the value of this 5, we entered this line int right node. As you can see, I said before we start this, so when I started to get the count for this, I executed this statement first. So now after that again we need to execute this statement, return left node plus right node plus 1. So this time when I'm going to return one more time. Okay, here I am going to return one more time, 16. Again return left node. Okay, so now our left node here, one second, here one more thing that I want to say. This is the value of right nodes that we get just now, and this is the value of left nodes that I get just now before that. Okay, so now when I am going to return, what I am going to return here, return left node. For left node value is 1 here. Okay, so 2's left node count is 1, 2's right node count is 1, so I am going to get 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so when I execute this statement is equal to 3, so this means 3, so this 3 will move back. Okay, let me use some other cursor. Okay, so now this 3 will go back to this value, that is left of root 1. So left of root 1, so I get this value 3 here. Okay, 3 value left of root 1. Left of root 1 is count of nodes 2. Count of nodes 2 means this root dot left, 1 dot left. Okay, so now what happens? Now we have calculated all the values in this subtree. Okay, now we need to move to the right of this node 1 root node. Okay, so again from here, again now I am going to get the right node's value. So just note this is the left node value. Just note this point here. Okay, so now in 17th step we are going to get right node. Right node is equal to count of nodes root dot right. 1 dot right is 3, that is right of 1. Okay, so here last time you can see we move left of root 1 from here and we get this total value. Now we have started to move in the right of 1. Okay, from here, from line number 17. Okay, so now when we move to the right of 1 we get 3 value. So now again again in this line, int right nodes is equal to count of nodes. Okay, first right of 1 we move to 3, so now we pass node 3 value here. Let me write this, count of nodes 3. So I pass this count of nodes of 3. So 3 is not equal to null, so we are not going to execute this base case. Now after that we are going to check left node first. Int left node. Okay, so left node is equal to count of nodes root dot left. Root is 3. 3 is dot left is null. Okay, there is nothing. So I write it null, and here I also write left of 3. Okay, so now line number 20 when I pass null, count of nodes null, I pass null value here and null will give us 0. Okay, so this 0 is the result of left node. Okay, this 0 is the result of left node. After that we are going to execute the right node. So line number 21 is a right node value, REIGHT. What's the spelling? Right node is equal to count of nodes root dot right. Root is 3, 3 is right is 6. Yes, now we get something, 3 6, that is right of 3. Okay, so we move to the right of 3. Okay, so now when we move to the right of 3, that is 6, now I am going to pass this 6 value, count of nodes 6 value I passed here. So again I am going to check if root is equal to null. So no, that's not the case. So after that 6, so now I am going to check left of 6 node first. Left nodes is equal to count of nodes. So what is the left of 6? Null. Left of 6 is null. Okay, so now when I pass count of nodes as null, I am going to get 0. Then after that again now I am going to check for the right nodes, RIGHT, right nodes, count of nodes is equal to 6. Okay, so now when I pass right node count of node 6, so there is nothing, so I get null here. Okay, again right node count of nodes null. Okay, that is right of 6, RIGHT, right of 6, count of nodes null. Here I was checking for left of 6. Okay, so now when I pass right of 6 here, okay, so now I am going to get nothing, null only, count of nodes null. So again I am going to get count as 0. Okay, so here same way, this is the, I am going to get this left null, this is null, this was null as well, so it is going to give 0 here, and this is going to give 0 here. So 6 total value becomes, we are going to execute this line, left node plus right node plus 1, so 6 total value is 1. And now after that we already know that this one is null and it is giving 0 here. Okay, so now after that we are going to check for the right of this 3. So right of 3 will give 1 here. Okay, so I am going to write it directly here, 0 1, same way that we are going to do it here. Okay, so 0 plus 1, so 3's total value will become 0 plus 1 plus 1, that is 2. Okay, so this is the total value of 2, which is the right node value of 2. This is the right node value of 2, and this is 3 is the left node value of 1, and this 2 is the right node value of 1. Okay, sorry, so right node value of 1 is 2, left node right node value of 1 is 2, and the left node value of 1 is 3. So for in the end we are going to get one right node here in the end. Okay, right node is equal to 2 for the root 1. Okay, so we are going to add this with this value that I marked as star. Okay, so when we are going to add these two values, that is 3 for the left node of root 1 plus 2 means right node of root 1 plus 1. So we are going to get count is 6. So I hope that you guys are able to understand this code. If you have any doubts, then please comment, and till then keep practicing and keep coding. Goodbye.